All right.
And before starting the next class, we will be discussing the homeworks or any queries or any sessions about previous class. Then we'll continue with
Okay.
the regular sessions.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before starting the session, just I think you already know the selenium and all, or no need of testing introduction. Or if you want, I
Mm-hmm.
can go from a basic what is testing and how it will be the testing where it will. Straight away we can start with the automation, or we can start from what is testing. That's your choice.
No, just start with automation. Like I don't need
Yeah,
what is
yeah,
it?
yeah. Because already you are coming from testing background. I think from testing perspective, testing can be majorly divided into two parts: functional testing and non-functional testing. And let me know if you have any questions at any point of time. We can discuss the.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Because I used to work as a business analyst, not as a tester.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And testing can be majorly divided into two parts: functional and non-functional. Non-functional will cover under completely other side. And functional
Right.
side, again, we are divided into two types: manual testing and automation testing. Manual
Mm-hmm.
testing, as you know, just I'm going through very briefly because
Right. Sure.
you already know. Manual testing, just we will be executing the test cases manually. Whereas in automation, we have multiple automation tools are available in the market like QTP, UFT, Selenium, Test Complete, RFT. We have n number of automation tools are available. Out of those tools, current market is the familiar tools UFT, Selenium, and Test Complete. These are the major leading automation tools in the market.
Which one is third one?
Test Complete.
Test complete. Yeah, test complete. Yes.
You heard about it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard of it.
Yeah,
Test
this
complete.
is one of the automation tool which is familiar recently.
Mm-hmm.
And just coming back to automation, what is automation? Automation is the process of instructing the tool to perform the testing instead of doing it manually. Whatever testing we are performing it manually, instead of doing it manually, we will inform or we will instruct the one of the automation tool to perform the testing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Instead of doing it manually, we will be testing the application with the help of automation tool. How the
Mm-hmm.
automation tool will perform the testing based on our instructions. We need to provide instructions. Based on our instructions, the tool will perform the testing.
Yes.
How we will be giving instructions? That by writing the codes. In QTP or UFT, we will be writing the codes using VB script. Through VB script, we will be giving instructions to the UFT tool. Based on instructions, it will provide the testing on the application.
Yes.
Right? That is the definition
Yes.
for automation testing. And
Yes.
coming to the tool, it is a functional and regression tool. The UFT tool is a functional and regression tool. Functional is nothing but you already know. To test the functionality of the application, we will be using this tool. And regression. What is meant by regression? Any idea?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Regression.
Yeah.
Like multiple tests.
To test the same
Yeah, same test again and
set of
again.
test cases again and again in the every build. We will call it as a
Yes.
regression. The majorly automation tools are focused on regression testing. And this UFT is completely based on object-based tool. How it will work? It will be completely work with objects only, based on the objects. Objects is nothing but already if you're working with the Selenium, right? It will have some properties and values. Based on those properties and values, we will try to recognize the objects in the application.
Yeah.
All right. Let's discuss few advantages of UFT tool or any automation testing tool. Compared to manual testing, currently the market is completely almost 90% of the projects are converted into automation testing because everything is time and money. All the business needs time and money. Need to
Yeah.
do a lot of work with less time and less budget, right? That's why all the projects are now converted into automation testing. And let's discuss about advantages of the testing. First, when we are moving from manual testing to automation testing, the first advantage, it increases the speed of this testing. When we are converting into manual to automation, we will save a lot of time as well as the speed of the testing.
Yes.
Just I'll give a small example for that. If you have 100 manual test cases to do a testing, the same 100 set of test cases, if you are doing it by manually, approximately it will take per day we can do 30 test cases. That means 3 days of efforts we require to complete 100 test cases manually. The same test of test cases, if you convert into automation, then we can complete those test cases within half day itself. Right? That means the speed of the testing will be increased. That's what the clients are expecting now. Right? Whatever work we are doing it one day, they're asking us to do it in 1 hour or 2 hours. Right?
Okay.
That's the first point. It increases the speed of the testing. And the second one reduces manual resources. As we discussed just now, instead of doing 3 days of work per 100 test cases, then we are doing it in automation in half day. That means we are able to save 2 days of 100 test cases only. Whereas if you consider if we have 1,000, 2,000 test cases, then we can save a lot of manual resources here. The third one, accurate result. Just I'm discussing major advantages only, and I'm also going a little bit fast because you already know these basic concepts, right?
Yes.
If you are not understanding, let me know. I can take different examples. And the third one,
I'm understanding.
Great. And the third one, accurate result. This is the another point where the clients are mostly focusing currently, right? They need to testing with less time, with less efforts, as well as accuracy they're expecting more, right? 100%. Recently, we came to know last week we have done one release actually. We found that test case is not available in the regression pack. It is a new latest Zira. The code is something is going wrong in production. They got found that defect. One day it impacted the business. They said $100 million is the loss for the business, right? One small issue that causes a lot of big problems in the productions. That's why whatever testing we are doing, it has to be 100% accurate. There is no chance of a single mismatch has to be happened. That's what the clients
But
are.
the industry standard is around like 85%, right?
Pardon?
85% is the result, right? Normally, what we get is not 100% is very difficult to get it right. Achieving.
No. See, whatever test pack we are having, for example, I have 100 test cases. I need to complete all 100 test cases. But what you are saving 80% is, that is the initial. For example, the client gave 100 test cases to us. In that, we will analyze what are the test cases to be in scope. In that, we can give 80 to 95 test cases are suitable for automation. Remaining 20 test cases will move to the functional. That means manual testing. But every release, we need to cover 100 test cases, automation from 80 and 20 from manual testing without missing any single test case.
That's
got it?
Yeah,
that's what I mentioned. Yes. That is even the test case is not proper in manual as well as automation. Due to that, it caused defect actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Then accurate result means in automation, we can expect 100% accuracy compared to manual testing. Just I'll take a small example for that. For example, I have in my application, I have 500 columns are available in my application. I need to cross verify all these columns are available in my database or not. Just I need to verify with the database, all the column names. Just take it as a manually if you are executing the same test case. Just started with number 1. I've cross verifying 50, I have verified, 100 done, 200, 300 columns also I have verified, even 460 I have verified. After 470, what we may think, generally, when we are doing it manually, from last 3 hours, I'm doing the same work. I'm verifying from front and back, UI to database.
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
human psychology. We may think that we have verified almost 480 to 490. All the columns are available. Let's remaining also will be available. We can pass the test case. But no one will say, I've checked only 470 or 480. Right?
Yeah.
I've verified all the columns. It got passed.
Yes.
But unfortunately, 499 column is not available in the database.
Yes.
That is a difference, right? But in the manual testing, we miss to find out. Whereas the same test case, if you convert into automation, the system won't stop at even the 499 also. It will say that all 500 columns, then only it can say that it either passed or failed. Even 500 columns is also not available, still it will fail the test case. Not only 500, if you have 5,000 also, in the loop, it will verify everything and it will give the accurate result. This is a small example I'm taking. Right? Compared to manual testing, automation testing will have accuracy is more.
Okay.
And the next one, reusability. Reusability is more in automation. Today, if you are developing a piece of code or any function, that can be reused n number of times and wherever you require again and again. For example, if you take today you are developing one login function, that function can be reused in all the test cases at the beginning. Whatever test case you are writing, the initial step is login only. After login only, we will perform the functionalities. Yes. That login function, if you develop once, that can be reused n number of times. Yeah. Right? That is the more in automation testing.
Yes.
And coming to the UFT tool, it will have customer support. This is the more advantage compared to Selenium. Because in the Selenium, in the middle of the project, if you face any kind of troubles, then no one will help us to resolve that issues. Yeah. Whereas in UFT, if you are facing any kind of problem at any point of time, simply we need to raise one ticket to HP people. They'll come and they'll resolve within 24 hours, whatever issue it is.
Oh.
Right? They'll release one patch. Recently, last week, we found one issue. We are working with some of the mainframe applications. Up to 11.5 UFT, it is working fine with the mainframe applications. Recently, we have migrated to 12, UFT 12. In UFT 12, the mainframe application, we are not able to identify. Immediately, we have raised a ticket with the HP people. Within 24 hours, they have released one small patch to the 12 version. With that patch, we are able to identify now.
Yeah.
Whereas the same problem, if you face in the Selenium, then no one will help us. That's a major difference between Selenium and UFT.
Yeah. What is the difference between the QTP and the UFT basically?
QTP is a completely, what I can say, there are major advantages they have added in the UFT, majorly API testing, right? Services testing. Previously in QTP, there is no service testing, but now they've added even the backend testing kind of services also, threads also we can check. Right? They have integrated service testing as well as the front-end GUI testing also into a single tool called UFT.
Okay.
We have sessions for that. Majorly, what are the, while discussing the topics, I can say that this is not available in the QTP, this is available in the UFT. But major milestone from QTP UFT is API testing. SOAP testing, you know, right?
Which one? Not clear.
SOAP testing. Services testing. That is, yeah. That was previously, it is not there in the
testing. Yes.
Yeah, previously it was not there in the QFT, QTP up to 11. Then from 11.5, they have integrated this QTP as well as service-based tool into a single tool, then they rename it as a UFT.
Okay. Good.
And Selenium also will support only web applications,
Yeah.
whereas UFT will support all kind of applications, whatever present in the market currently. Almost 16 to 17 environments it will support currently.
Okay.
And
16 to
QTP is
17 environments.
pardon?
16 to 17 environments it supports, is it?
Yes, kind of
Okay.
mainframes, SAP, CBIL, .NET, Java, desktop, Windows, all type of environments, whatever we are having currently, right? None
Okay.
of the applications are not supporting currently in the UFT.
Okay.
That's why
But where in like UFT plays a main role? Like I know in the banking sectors it plays a main role, the UFT, right?
majorly, I can say very big clients, major
Yeah.
clients are preferring to use UFT. Why I can say, for example, if you take Selenium,
Yeah.
right? Selenium, the problem is only it will support as a web application. For
Yeah.
example, any small kind of clients or medium kind of clients, they have like short-time projects, limited
Yes.
project. Client is having 3, 4 applications. That too, all are web
Mm-hmm.
applications. Then
Mm-hmm.
they need no need to spend any budget for that. They'll simply go for Selenium. Whereas, for
Okay.
example, if you take my client, I'm working with the Morgan Stanley. They are having
Mm-hmm.
almost 226 applications with a single client, and they
Okay.
have multiple environments. Like we have
Okay.
mainframes, we have web applications, desktop applications, flex applications, and we have multiple other applications.
Okay.
They cannot choose directly as a Selenium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it won't support for all the types of environments.
Yeah.
Simply they are going for UFT. Then the UFT
Mm.
tool, if they buy, they can work all those 200 applications also.
Okay.
And it is a very long time projects, right? Initially, they'll spend budget for the buying the tool, but going forward, they'll end those efforts as well, the cost,
Yeah. That's for sure.
right? That's a major
Yeah.
clients, very like 5 years, 10 years, long time projects, they'll go for
UFT.
UFT only. But still, recently, even few clients are changing why we cannot introduce multiple tools in the in the single project itself. Currently,
Mm-hmm.
if one application is supporting Selenium, let's do that application in Selenium. That's what you also learn, right? Now, whatever
Yeah.
resource is we are planning to take, we are looking for multiple skills, whether he is able to do UFT as well as Selenium. Because
Yes.
some of the projects we are planning to do it in UFT, some of the projects we are planning to do it in Selenium.
How about in your project? Like, are you doing with Selenium as well?
We are doing 3 tools we are using currently. UFT,
Mm-hmm.
Selenium, as well as Test Complete also we have introduced recently.
Okay. Okay.
I'm working with 3 of the tools.
Okay. So which one is the major one you're using?
UFT is the major one.
Okay.
Selenium, we have 25 applications, and the
Mm-hmm.
UFT is more than 150 applications. A Test
Okay.
Complete recently we have introduced, but still POCs are going on for the Flex applications. Test Complete majorly will focus on Flex type of applications.
Okay.
Even though UFT also will support, but Flex applications Test Complete recognition of the objects is very high compared to UFT.
Okay. Okay.
That's why even Smart Bear Test Complete is also licensed tool only, developed by
Mm-hmm.
Smart Bear. Recently, they
Mm-hmm.
came and they gave small introductions to us, all of our leads actually. Just we are
Mm-hmm.
going through kind of POC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now here, just we have discussed, there are a lot of advantages for the UFT, but I mentioned few of the major advantage compared to other tools.
Yeah. Got it.
Any
Yes.
questions?
No. No questions.
Okay. And as I said, this is about like a demo class only. I'm not going to discuss very in-depth sections. From
Sure.
tomorrow, we will start with the very basics onwards. Just I'm giving overview only.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Then coming to history of UFT, initially The QTP is launched at year 2002 actually. Initially, even though QTP is also working for only web applications in the initial version, right?
Okay.
It was,
Okay.
they name it as Mercury QTP initially,
Yeah.
and it will be supporting for only web applications. And the starting version is QTP 5.0 in the year of 2002. After that, they are releasing every version 5.0, 6.0, 7.1, 8.1, 8.2. From 8.2, the major changes are implemented. The Mercury
Okay.
company initially they are having. From 8.2, it extended from web applications to Windows applications also.
Okay.
Then every version they are adding new versions. How they'll be adding, for example, we are using UFT version and almost 100 resources are working on it. Every day we will face a new challenges. Whatever challenges we are facing, we will raise it to the HP people. These are the
Okay.
challenges, these are the issues we are facing. With
Okay.
that, all the issues, they'll fix it and they'll put all the resolutions for those issues in the next release, next version.
Yeah.
That's what the changes of the versions are going on.
Yeah.
And the QTP, about this history, again, in the coming classes, we will be going in detail and we will discuss.
Yeah. That's good.
And
But just
currently,
ask, when did the HP acquire Mercury?
in 2008,
8. Okay. So 6 years they were leading, is it? Mercury.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
From 9.2, from Mercury to HP, they taken over version number
Okay.
9.2.
9.2. Okay.
Yeah, from 9.2, then they have released 10, then 11. After that, 11.5, they have named it as a UFT. Now 12 is in the market. I mean, the companies are using 12, but 12.5 is also beta version in the downloaded. You can go to HP
Okay.
site, you can go for 11.5 also. The beta version is going on.
Okay.
And
So
this
when
QT
was that UFT released? When was that it was renamed as UFT?
year, you mean to say?
I know which year, like it got 11
14.
version
14.
2014. So
Yes.
from 14 UFT has been introduced, is it?
Yes. They
Okay.
renamed it, but companies started using it from 2015 end or 2016 starting.
Okay.
Because 14 they have introduced, but the beta version first almost 1 year they have releases in the net only, because the users experience.
Mm-hmm.
Then if everything is fine, then 2015 end of year or 16, almost 2015 only the companies also migrated from QTP to UFT.
Okay. Got it.
From 2016 they stopped supporting QTP versions. They
Okay.
have completely migrated into UFT.
Oh, they have completely stopped QTP support,
Yes,
is it?
no support
Oh,
now for QTP.
okay, okay, okay. So just a question, like just a general question I'm asking, like whoever has purchased the QTP, like can they still access like UFT or they need to pay for the new license?
The question I'm not getting. UFT is the license version. If you
Yeah,
get,
UFT is the license version and even the QTP is the license version, right? So
but you won't
QTP,
get QTP currently. The
okay,
HP stopped supporting it. Whatever
okay.
you want to buy, you will go for UFT only.
No, the previous projects and all, like for example, the TCS guys, they use more into QTP, right?
Yeah, it migrated already. We are also using it, but we completely migrated into 12 version now.
Okay, okay.
No
So they
QTP.
have to migrate to 12
Yes,
version
they
now.
have to. They'll
Okay,
intimate us. They'll give 6 months time down the line. For example,
okay,
last 3 months back, we got notice that from going forward after 6 months, we are not supporting for 11.5. If you face any issues from 11.5, we are not going to support it. Please migrate from 11.5 to 12.
okay,
Then we need to migrate all our scripts and tool version to 12.
okay, got
If you
it.
face any issues, then 12 only they'll support us.
Okay,
That's we have a tools team, right? They'll intimate us to migrate it. We need to
yeah,
migrate it.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because even Windows operating system 2010 even it won't support QTP versions also.
Yeah, yeah, I know that.
Yep.
Only it was previously it was only supporting virtual machine we need to install and we had to do it in XP, right?
But
If we
still,
want to use it in our
2007 also it will support currently. Even for example, I have some of the students in my classes. For example, if you go for UFT trial version, within a
yeah.
month it will be expired. Then you need to format your machine and you need to reinstall it.
Oh,
Some of the students they are not interested to go for formatting the machine. For them,
okay.
I'll suggest use QTP version as a 10 or 11. I have
Okay.
even license for me. I can share
Hmm.
it with the students. They can go for it for
Okay.
practicing purpose. Then
Okay.
I can say that what are the differences in the classes will be teaching anyhow UFT only, but
Hmm.
practicing purpose even though they can use even QTP also. I have license version with that.
Okay. So
Windows
not a
7
major difference when you're learning, right?
practicing it won't be major difference, but
Mm-hmm.
few features will be different. At
Mm.
least that features we can learn in any 1 month. But the practicing we
Okay.
can do it in 10 also. That's not a problem. All the programs, whatever we are using in UFT, that will be work in QTP also.
Okay. That's fine.
Right. And this QTP is developed using .NET framework, and it is completely standalone application. And if you want to install in your machine, then it will allows us to use in your machine only, and you can uh, use in your machine only. There is no server and client communication. If you install it in server, you can launch it in client side. That option is not there. And supporting environments, currently it will support for GUI and web-based applications. CUI it won't support. CUI means as
Okay.
CUI means I think you know already command user interface like
Yeah.
MS DOS commands and all.
Yeah.
That type of environments it won't support
Got it.
currently. All right. And
Yeah.
operating systems. This is also one more drawback for the UFT. They are
Mm-hmm.
trying to overcome these drawbacks. Like it will support for only Windows operating system.
Mm-hmm.
It won't support for Linux operating system currently. It will support for only
Okay.
Windows
Windows.
operating system. And this is the major thing, add-ins, additional components. The
Mm-hmm.
UFT, how, as I mentioned, UFT will support almost 16 type of environments currently, different types of languages or environments. How it will
Mm-hmm.
support? Do we need to buy all the add-ins for that? This is the concept they introduced. UFT people, HP people.
Mm-hmm.
QTP add-ins is nothing but additional components. With the help of these additional components only, the UFT will recognize the objects in the different environments. For example,
Okay.
my application is having .NET application. Then I can go and buy it for only .NET license.
Okay.
I don't want to buy remaining licenses. SAP, I don't want because I'm not testing SAP applications. For example, you are testing SAP applications, you can go for only SAP license, not
Okay.
for other licenses.
Okay.
In that way, they can reduce the costs. Client can reduce the costs
Okay.
for selecting a specific
Yeah.
add-ins,
Yeah. Got it.
right? Add-in is nothing
Yeah.
but additional components. With the help of
Correct.
these additional components only, we can recognize the objects in the specified environments. And the QTP will have two types of environments, internal add-ins and external add-ins, right? Internal add-ins, basically we have four internal add-ins: standard Windows, ActiveX, Visual Basic, and Web. And sorry, one more I missed. This is the QTP actually. In UFT, you asked, right? Any new changes? They have added mobile testing also.
Oh,
The one more add-in which I missed to include here. Internal
yeah.
add-ins in UFT, they have included one more add-in called mobile testing. Now, internal add-ins total 5 add-ins: standard Windows, ActiveX, Visual Basic, Web, and mobile
Mobile.
testing.
Yeah.
These 5 will be the internal add-ins. If you go and download it, the trial version from the net, you will get all these 5 internal add-ins by default.
Okay.
If you want to test these applications, no need to go even buy the license also. You can download it
Mm.
and you can work. As we, for training purpose or any institutions, they'll go for trial versions with these 5 add-ins.
Okay.
Whereas in the real-time companies, they'll go for the external add-ins. Almost
Yeah.
16 external add-ins are available currently, like .NET,
Mhm.
Java, CBIL, mainframes, SAP, right?
Yeah.
Like that, we have 16 types of additional add-ins. For example, any
Okay.
client want to test with the .NET applications, they'll go and they'll buy a .NET add-in. Then with the
Mhm.
help of .NET add-ins, you can identify the objects
Object.
in the .NET application.
Got it.
If you have .NET add-in, when you try to identify SAP applications, it won't identify
Yeah.
because the class names of each add-in will be differ.
Different.
Based
Yes.
on the environment, the class names are differ in the UFT tool. Any questions here?
No. No questions for this.
You're able to follow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And coming to licenses, UFT currently having 2 types of licenses: seat license and concurrent license. Seat license is nothing but whatever license, for example, if you plan to buy a single license, your own purpose, then you can buy as a seat license. Seat license means how many licenses you have, only that number of missions only you can install. For example, you brought only one seat license. That license you can install in only in your mission. You cannot use it in other missions. You installed in your mission, you need to use that UFT in your mission only.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go for concurrent license, I brought 3 licenses as a concurrent licenses. Then I can install even 10 missions also. But out of 10, I can use only any
Mm.
of 3 missions at a time.
Yeah.
The concurrent
Right.
licenses, most of the companies will buy concurrent license only. Even though we
Okay.
can see some shifts are coming, people are coming in the shifts,
Yeah.
right? We have almost 100 licenses, but we have 170 resources are available. Every
Mhm.
quarter, we will be having executions. To overload these licenses, we will mark it as a shifts actually, morning shift and evening shift. Morning shift, people will come, they'll use the licenses, and evening shift, the same other set of people will come, but the licenses will be same,
Yeah.
right? To
Correct.
reduce the cost of the company, the shifts are due to the costs, right? You got the
Yeah.
difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
Concurrent
I got it.
license means if you can install n number of missions, but at a time you can use only the number of licenses how many you have.
Yeah.
Seat license means which mission you have installed the software, only you are allowed to use in that mission only.
Yeah.
You cannot install in multiple missions also,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
This is about
Yeah.
licenses also,
Okay.
right? And if you take other automation tools which are mentioned, like QTP, RFT is the rational functional testing tool. It is developed by IBM. Few of the
Mhm.
IBM projects also still RFT is using, but not others.
Okay.
Windrunner, Load Runner is a non-functional testing tool. RPT, Selenium, Worksoft. Worksoft is also 3 years back it came, same like Selenium,
Yeah.
but it didn't click
Okay.
test complete. And Just give me 1 second. I'll open the topics.
Yes, sir.
After the class, I can send you the list also.
Yes, sure.
These are the topics we are going to discuss in the regular classes, right? Each topic wise I've mentioned. I can send you the
Mm-hmm.
topics also, like what day wise, what topics we are discussing, right? Each and every topic I've mentioned, whatever options are available in UFT as well as VB script also,
Yeah.
right? We can go through it, and uh, by the regular classes I can mention what are the topics we have covered, what are the topics remaining, and which day which topic we
Okay.
are going to cover. Everything we will be
Okay.
discussing in the regular classes.
Sure.
You can cross verify with any syllabus or any institute with my syllabus, right?
Yeah,
VB
sure.
script also I'm covering completely. I'll be sending this document also with you.
Sure.
Okay, any questions? Even we are also
And
covering
how
ALM
did
also.
you? Oh, ALM. Okay.
Yeah,
So you became
yeah, go ahead.
ALM? Yeah.
It's about a demo, as I mentioned. This is like a completely interaction session. How you are able to follow my teaching, whether I'm going fast, I'm going slow, you are able to
No, no, no.
comfortable.
If
Just
I had
feedback
any doubt,
only.
I'll definitely come and ask you. Not a problem in it. Like, I'll not. If I have any doubt and all, I'll definitely come and ask you.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
if I'm missing something and if I'm getting confused and all, I
yes,
wouldn't hesitate to ask you.
yes. Yeah. Now, choice to you. You
Only
can go ahead.
50 hours session, right?
Yeah, tell me.
It's a 50 hours classes,
50
right?
hours. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if we start by tomorrow, like,
Tomorrow, you want evening or morning times?
that's what even I'm just talking to my friend as well, so that
Okay.
we both will start up the classes.
Yes.
So by today afternoon, by 3, I think I can confirm with you like what time we'll be starting.
Okay. Morning means
That's fine, right?
7 to 8. Already, I'm having a selenium class actually. 7 to
Okay.
8, it is not possible. 8,
Mm-hmm.
we can start. 8 to 9 is fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
If any
And
5 to
you
10
can give
minutes, if
guidance
late
for the
is.
interviews as well.
Pardon?
Like once we complete the course,
Yes.
I just needed a guidance for the interview as well. Like, wow, what
Not
are the things?
not even guidance. I'll be supporting all my students up to 6 months, even their job support also. If they face any issues in the real time, still I'm supporting
Okay,
after
okay,
getting
okay.
job also.
Yeah,
But a lot
that's
of
good.
students will come like without jobs, right? My intention, like I need to guide them in the interview point, and they need to get the jobs.
Okay, okay. And I needed the key points as well for my resume, so that's the reason.
Definitely, I'll share a lot of resumes. Even I'll be proposing my students to go for interviews also. I'll be referring that also.
Okay, okay, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice, Vijay.
Yeah.
So I'll get in touch with you by 3 o'clock, and I'll confirm it to you like what time we're gonna be
Sure.
starting the classes in the
Sure.
evening
Sure.
or in the morning.
Sure. Sure.